Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video we'll sort of do an initial overview and also the small review for the Samsung 700 liter French door refrigerator. So as you know, Indian women, they always run out of refrigerator space. So you buy them a cold storage, they will just run out of it. So in my search for a very large refrigerator, so I was able to find something from Samsung in my budget. So there is another model in this one which is around 500 liters, but this is the entry level model of the larger refrigerator. There are further more models called bespoke models, so that costs around north of 2 to 3 lakhs. So this one costed me around 1.3 lakhs in Vijay sales after some negotiation and bargaining. So this one is a very large refrigerator. It almost is 1.8 meters in height, 95 centimeters in width, and the depth is around 77 centimeters. So this is very large boy. So be careful when you are just moving this thing out, because this is going to be a nightmare. And if you are buying it, better measure everything around your house and then sort of purchase this one. So moving to what is a French door is basically, French door has two doors on the top. So it is entire unobstructed refrigerator space, so we don't have that obstruction or partition in the between. So that will sort of help increase the real estate of the refrigerator. And this particular model has a refrigerator in the bottom. The advantage is the refrigerator, the freezer is on the right side, is convertible into refrigerator. And looking at the design, so the design is basically just complete steel. It looks like a almirah, that's it. So there's nothing special in terms of design, but design is very clean. There are no elements on the outside. You put them between some cupboards, it's going to sit flush with the cupboards, so that's one advantage. Also the refrigerator is around 90 centimeters wide, and you open up, it will go almost to 110 to 100 to 120. So you need some real estate in your kitchen to sort of fit this refrigerator inside. So the entire side and the back panels are completely sealed, so you don't have any exposed wires or mechanisms outside. So moving to the inside of the refrigerator, so there is not much Samsung has offered in terms of accessories. So you have basic racks on your side, and you have a foldable hinge in the between. On the right side, there is a small egg tray for just 10 eggs, and for a refrigerator this size. And you have like two trays in the between. I wish Samsung has offered one more tray in between, but you can use this part also as a tray. And good thing is it has 4 LED lights surrounding all the directions, so the visibility is like very good. And you have 2 crispers here. There is a crisper plus on the left side, and you have a very cute little small holder. So this is to store your beverages, to tins or cans, something like that, not bottles. And this is a flex crisper. So what this does is you can sort of convert between a semi freezer to a refrigerator. You can store meat and other stuff. So even this part is tempered glass. You can store stuff there, and both of these are tempered glass. Now moving to this particular element, you just let this on. You can slide this back inside, so you can put very large containers or utensils here. Typically suits for the Indian kitchen, so that's an excellent design element. If you put it back, it slides right into place. So then these cupboards are like really wide. So if you look at them, they're almost like my palm's length. So you can store some really wide containers, pickle bottles or whatever it is. So I'll also show you a comparison of how a double door fares against this one. So we have a double door refrigerator that is decked up to the core with all the stuff. So let's see if all the stuff in the refrigerator fits into this one. So for comparison, you can see how it looks on this cute little tiny refrigerator on the left side. This is a 190 liters refrigerator. So moving to the bottom, so both sides are freezers. So you have again 3 racks, smaller ones, and you have a ice box, a cheap looking ice box. It's not so sturdy or great, it doesn't sit in its place, but at least these trays you can sort of move them out and send them back inside. So the mechanism for this is sort of good, and the overall body or the design feels very good. It feels it is robustly built. So you have these sort of containers inside the freezer. Same goes to the right side also. So that's it. So it's actually very simple refrigerator in terms of design. Not much design elements, so it doesn't look great. If you want to buy it for looks, buy the bespoke models. They look damn good in your kitchen. But this is not a glass panel, so if you have kids, you don't need to worry that you'll break this one. So this is completely stainless steel on all the sides. So moving to the control panel inside. So if you look at the control panel, it looks very small, but there is a lot of functionality inside it. So there are like two buttons on either ways to navigate between different options and select that option, and you can go into the sub options like what type of features we have. So this is how we can select what do you want for the right side freezer. You can convert into fruits, veggies, beverage, fruits, meat, soft freeze and freeze. And you can have different options like flex crisper, should it be a fridge or should it be used for meat, and there are more options, what are the units in door alarm. And the good thing is it has Wi-Fi, so you can use the SmartThings app to sort of connect with your refrigerator. So this is the Samsung SmartThings app. So it has the same options that are there, like what kind of mode should we use for flex crisper, for flex zone, so power cool, power freeze, and you can set the same temperature. So it also sends a notification that your door is open, please close the door. You can also switch off the notification both in the app and here also. And temperature units from centigrade to Fahrenheit can only be changed in the refrigerator. There is not much function for SmartThings app. It is only sort of another way to mint money out of you from Samsung. So coming to warranty, so Samsung provides you around 20 years of warranty on the compressor, but the refrigerator has only 1 year warranty. You can opt for extended warranty from Samsung. It will cost you around 4,500 per year, and for 2 years it will cost you around 9,000. So you can sort of extend to 3 and 4 years, but my take is you opt for 2 years because if something goes wrong, these machines are going to be expensive to fix. And this particular unit is manufactured in Korea and is all the way imported from Korea to India. So this is not locally manufactured, so parts could be costly. So moving to the power consumption of the refrigerator, there is no standard star rating as you get for the other refrigerators, but the rated input is around 170 watts. So considering the size of the refrigerator, it's a very small amount of power it uses, and it doesn't run on 170 watts for completely. It's an inverter model, so it can sort of run in stepped model. So hardly you might see your power consumption go by like 20 or 30%, but for the amount of space it offers, it's good. And also the weight is around 125 kgs, so it's like quite a heavy piece of machinery. So coming to the cons of the model and pros of the model, the pros of the model is the first thing is the simplicity of the design. So entire design looks simple, nothing complex, nothing too fancy. So there are less pieces that you can actually break, and the racks are very well laid out. The space is very good, and the build quality is very good compared to the models that are manufactured in India. If you compare to higher end other models which are made in India, the quality is very good. And some of the LG models are also on this par, but LG doesn't offer this wide range of varieties and layouts, especially in the refrigerator section. Apart from that, coming to cons of the model is only the door system. So if you want to open on the left, you have to open the right door. So there is a small hinge here, so which sort of seals the gap between the two doors. So when you close this door and close this door, you can't open the left door. You can yank it to open, but my fear is you might break something in between. So now we'll sort of show another double door refrigerator and how the stuff inside that could be stacked into this one. Okay, let's go. So this is my current refrigerator which I am using. So this is around 324 liters and 300 storage volume. So this is how it is all stacked up. So we'll sort of see how all the stuff fits into it, into the French door refrigerator, and how much space we have left. And this is the freezer section. So let's fill this up and see. Adding to that, we also have some stuff in the smaller refrigerator, so where we sort of store our groceries and all, so that they don't get spoiled. Let's see if we can also fit all of this stuff also into the new larger refrigerator. So we have filled in the stuff from both the refrigerators into the large refrigerator. Let's see how does it look inside. So all the stuff inside is basically from two refrigerators, a 324 liters and a 190 liters. So basically we have stuffed in like around 5-10 liters worth of refrigerator stuff. So as you can see, there is quite some space that is left still. So if you could arrange these utensils and all. So for a typical Indian cooking, this just gobbles up everything that is there in the kitchen. And since these racks are also like very very large, you can see the length of the rack, like they're almost larger than my palm. So you could fit some really large vessels, bowls and all the other stuff, and some more stuff in the flex zone. So this is one major advantage. You can see there is still space in the upper compartment and the lower compartment, and you also have the not so large but some decent amount of space in these trays. So this is the advantage for the refrigerator. You have 3 zones of refrigerator space. So we need more refrigerator zones than deep freezers for Indian style of cooking and kitchen. And this is the deep freezer. So the placement of this ice box feels like little weird and odd, because I can't pull this out. The entire thing moves out and this gets stuck here. Samsung must have thought for better placement, maybe some hinge here where the icebox fits in. But apart from that, all the items fit in very well. There could be a delay when you initially switch on the refrigerator. The freezer might look like it's not working, but it will take like a couple of days to get to the full performance. And this flex crisper also, you can choose if you need this space to be soft freezed. So yeah, this is my review for this Samsung French door. So if you have any questions or comments, just leave a comment below. I'll be happy to answer those. Thank you. Now the good things and the bad things about the refrigerator is, the good thing is the design is very very seamless. So there are no complex bits and pieces, no fancy glass stuff and all, so you don't tend to break it. And it sort of sits flush with all the existing furniture that you have, sort of just disappears into the existing decor that you have in your home. And opening and closing the doors is very easy. And since it doesn't have that partition in between, so the real estate for storage space is wide, you can sort of put very very wide bowls inside. That doesn't eat into the space like the side-by-side refrigerator where you put a large bowl and the rest of the space is useless. And the racks here also like very 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 super wide, has 4 LEDs, very well lit. Advantage is even the freezer section and also has LEDs, are rare to see in refrigerators. They generally do not have any lighting options there. And another advantage is the vegetable sections are like much higher, so you need not bend down and sort of get your stuff out, because the most used section inside refrigerator is the vegetable section and the general section, so that part is much higher. And your for height level, I'm like 5'10" in height, so it is accessible. So for everybody the height is very very accessible, there's no issue with that. And coming to the negative sides, not much, but I felt Samsung should have left another model where the entire down section is also a freezer, so that if somebody wants to use only the freezer, they would have had an option, but right now no. And the second thing is regarding these doors. So it's always you have to use the right door first, because the left door is blocked by the right door. Because you want to open the left door, you have to open the right door and then open it, because there is a partition in between. So this sort of creates a seal between the gaps in the door. So if something is stored on the left, you want to take it out, you have to open the right and then the left. So there's that. And apart from that, the refrigerator is like way too wide, so be mindful of that. So if you order this from Amazon, this is going to leave it in the parking lot, doesn't fit in the lift. Be very careful, measure your doorways, hallways, entryways, because mine has been literally a tough job bringing it up 3 floors and putting it here. So bear in mind that. So we have filled in the stuff from both the refrigerators into the large refrigerator. Let's see how does it look inside. So all the stuff inside is basically from two refrigerators, a 324 liters and a 190 liters. So basically we have stuffed in like around 5-10 liters worth of refrigerator stuff. So as you can see, there is quite some space that is left still. So if you could arrange these utensils and all. So for a typical Indian cooking, this just gobbles up everything that is there in the kitchen. And since these racks are also like very, very large, you can see the length of the rack, like they're almost larger than my palm. So you could fit some really large vessels, bowls and all the other stuff, and some more stuff in the flex zone. So this is one major advantage. You can see there is still space in the upper compartment and the lower compartment, and you also have the not so large but some decent amount of space in these trays. So this is the advantage for the refrigerator. You have 3 zones of refrigerator space. So we need more refrigerator zones than deep freezers for Indian style of cooking and kitchen. And this is the deep freezer. So the placement of this ice box feels like little weird and odd, because I can't pull this out. The entire thing moves out and this gets stuck here. Samsung must have thought for better placement, maybe some hinge here where the ice box fits in. But apart from that, all the items fit in very well. There could be a delay when you initially switch on the refrigerator. The freezer might look like it's not working, but it will take a couple of days to get to the full performance. And this flex crisper also, you can choose if you need this space to be soft freezed. So yeah, this is my review for this Samsung French door. So if you have any questions or comments, just leave a comment below. I'll be happy to answer those. Thank you.